Hello, everyone. I'm Justine, but I go with my D&D name, Storm. Welcome to our ninth session where we play the Tomb of Annihilation. Today we are joined by our mighty adventurers, Dawn as the small but terribly feisty forest gnome Ranger Fiona, Iggy as the courageous and warm human-looking cleric Aurelia, Beth as the shy and gentle but muscular half-orc paladin Bumhug, Marcus as the brooding human fighter Arrogo, and we are missing one player today. Hopefully she can catch up, but that's okay. Um, Ginger as the enigmatic warlock Morrigan. We will be playing this thrilling game every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so last we left off, the party had delved deep into the mysterious machinations of a duplicitous mage, unearthing shocking secrets that earned them the favor of some of the city's most influential figures. Their exhaustion led them into deep sleep at the Temple of Savarus, ending another night with more cryptic dreams and about new champions, oaths, new wings, eerie cottages, and old lovers. Day 3 came and welcomed them with a new companion and more gold as Grandfather Zatembe fulfilled the end of his bargain, bestowing the group with their well earned reward, while Inette shared her visions of the nefarious Red Wizards of Thay. Eager for adventure, our heroes wasted no time in testing their mettle in the Colosseum games, where they emerged victorious and 25 gold richer. And having more time to spare, they make a short trip to the Grand Souk to shop for their jungle essential needs. Wanting to make a quick buck for herself, Fiona had asked Viplo for any gigs and asked her to pick up his package at the warehouse district. To her horror, she had discovered three undead figures covered in vines and flowers, but luckily she was able to stealthily escape along with the package and send a report to the quartermaster dragonborn Zendar. Fiona returned safely with the package, earning gold and some not so good news about what she had seen at the warehouse. They eventually reconvened at the Thundering Lizard later on to collect the rewards from solving the mystery of the bathhouse, leaving a missive letter with Esther for Jobal, detailing their need to meet their preferred guides on their upcoming jungle expedition. Then they headed over to the Tiriki anchorage afterwards to visit the beast merchant prince Ifan to learn more about dinosaur racing and Fiona about her new baby dragon. And that is where we are going to pick up. Um, let's take you to Tiriki anchorage. All right. Can you guys see it?
Oh, yeah.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yep.
All right. So, okay. So, the adventurers, step inside Ifan's office. It's located at the heart of Turkey Anchorage, and the office exudes an air of opulence and adventure with the sounds of dinosaur roaring and the lively atmosphere of the pen seeping through the windows. The walls are adorned with maps of uncharted territories, faded sketches of exotic creatures, and vibrant paintings depicting thrilling dinosaur races. And there's some championship cups. Um, while the room is bathed in warm sunlight streaming in from the large windows, it, it has it offers a breathtaking view of the majestic creatures roaming the expansive dinosaur pen outside. Ifan um, smiles as he welcomes you all, and he exudes this aura of authority and confidence. Um, and he tells the guards that he's got this, so they're like, okay. They get back, they head back to their positions outside, and he says, "Oh, welcome, my esteemed guests. What brings you to the heart of the Tiriki anchorage?"
Fiona just holds up the cutest fucking dragon you've ever seen in your whole goddamn life. This, look at it.
And he looks at the dragon, and he definitely is shining, twinkling. He has twinkling eyes, and he kind of tries not to gush over it, but it's more like a, when someone sees like a bag of gold in front of him,
He's got like
you get that look.
money signs in his eyes.
Yeah, because it's a rare creature that you don't really see every day, in spite of him seeing dinosaurs and whatnot. So he says, "Wow, a dragon! You must be very brave or very foolish to get that. How did you acquire it?"
I found it. Kind of. I don't know. It's a little weird. Like I felt like it was calling out my name under a pile of rubble, and I I saved it from desolation, and now and then I kind of, you know, gave birth to a little baby dragon. She thinks I'm her mum, as it is, but um, I don't know.
So
We
his face is like, uh, he's you gave birth to a baby dragon?
well,
Are
I
you
mean,
are you
in a
part dragon?
sense, she thinks I'm her mum, and that's just the most adorable thing ever. But I feel like sort of like a kinship. She kind of like, I can kind of talk to her a little bit, but it's more like feelings at this point. It's not like full words, if that makes sense. I don't know. There's like a bond.
I see. He he gets that last part because beasts are he knows that beasts are very very well um is are tamed by creating a special bond. So he says, "Well, I hope you know what you're doing, because it can be very dangerous if you don't have it under control."
I mean, that's kind of a little bit why I'm here. I want to make sure that I take care of it in the way that it's accustomed or needs to be taken care of. So, we heard that you were the man that is sort of like the man who takes care of these types of deals, and you probably were the most knowledgeable on them. So I kind of came to learn a little bit and to be able to take care of her a little bit better. We also, side note, love the whole dino racing thing, and we're a little bit fascinated with it, and we're sort of like wondering if we could get a little bit more information, or you know, I heard there's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of money to be made from these kind of things. I never bet on a race yet myself, but I did hear a little bit about the twitterings of it when I was in this city last, but I never got to experience it. So um, and I think some of my friends here might be interested a little bit. And she kind of gives Bumhug sort of like a pointed look to like, I feel like this is your bag, like.
uh,
Um,
okay.
Hug is torn because she really thinks dragons are super fucking awesome and would love to ride one. But
Mm-hmm.
she's also like, are they like looking around? Do they look well taken care of and happy?
Bumhug is PETA.
Uh,
She's Peter a little bit.
you can make an insight check if you want. If you're gonna look at the dinosaurs, or if you are you going to? Oh, you're just asking Ifan, right? Um,
Well, yeah.
yeah. So Ifan is gonna say, Well, we treat them with utmost respect. Dra- so he's gonna. So hang on. So before I answer that, Ifan escorts you to the room. I just wanted to know what the others are doing, if they prefer to do something else.
Aurelia will stay with Fiona and Bumhug. Um,
Okay.
she's a little fascinated as well, but she's just observing for now.
Okay. Awesome. So you are also interested with the dino. Um, what
Yeah.
about Arrogo?
Particularly interested in the dinosaurs, but if there's money to be made, then he's in it.
Okay, of course. Yeah, betting is his thing, right? Or yeah. Okay, so he he says first of all that is this is a lot of we definitely need to sit down on it. So he escorts you to his very polished couch in spite of the rugged, environment, and his assistant offers you drinks. It's a very tropical drink, a fruit drink of your choice. Like there's like the cocktails served, and there's also like some snacks like nuts and whatever. So he takes a seat and he says, "Well, first of all, it's I'm going to answer about your dragon first. You may probably Well, the first thing that you should do is establish a bond with your beast. You have to spend time with it. You have to feed it and talk to it. And you know, these dragons, they can understand. From what I understand, they can understand many languages. So you have to try to communicate it with it in a way that it will understand. Just like training a puppy, but it's with much more patience. Because it is smarter than a puppy.
Okay. Um,
Um,
hmm. Smarter than a puppy.
so
I think she's smarter than a puppy.
if you want to train it, our pen is free for you to use. You can just give a tip to the beast masters if you want, if you need help, but um, he or she can fly around if she wants, and you can train with it. They are basically dragons are natural hunters and predators. They have a strong instinct to fight and defend themselves. So you should focus on teaching it to control its instincts and use its abilities for good. It teach it to follow commands and to work with you as a team. Prevent it from being too aggressive. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they can be very fierce creatures if they feel threatened or provoked. So you have to teach and establish yourself as its leader and teach it to respect your authority. Be firm but fair and never show fear or weakness. It is basically the same principle as with the dinosaurs. He tells the others as well. Like a just like a basic how to train your beast 101.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think, I mean, that sounds, I think I could do that, for sure.
Yeah. And he looks at little Fifi, who is basically has the shortest attention span and just running around or trying to fly around. Um, so he orders or he calls for an assistant, and the assistant brings in some vegetables for Fifi to snack on, and he says, "Well,
I
one
love how
way
they
is
feel
to
like
start."
Fifi eats vegetables. Like,
He doesn't like vegetables. What does she like?
Fifi's a dragon. She likes meat, obviously. Like,
Okay, so
what was it when we
uh-huh.
were in Viplo's store and he fed her a carrot? She went and hid it somewhere because she
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
gonna eat it,
okay.
but she wanted to play with it. It's probably gonna grow really disgusting in the corner of her shop, by the way.
Oh my gosh. So as soon as the assistant brings in like a plate full of um vegetables, Fifi ignores it, and Fifi instead goes on to your snack platter, which is like most of the meats. So there's like a charcuterie board also presented, and I don't know if the others will allow it, but is gonna snack on the meats, the salami, the what, the cold cuts. Uh, yeah. So he says, well, if she prefers meat, then make sure that you are the one in control. You don't want it to eat, you know, uncontrollably, like
People.
especially when it gets meat. Yes, 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 absolutely.
Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and well, they also love. I am just going to assume that these beasts or dragons also love to play games that test their strength and agility, like tug of war or fetch with a heavy object, and
You
sometimes they
know,
have a tendency.
it is
Mhm.
funny. We did get in a bit of a fight where we were in the arena, and it was so funny because we started fighting, and I felt like she kind of played it a little bit like a game of fetch and hide and seek, but sort of in a more aggressive manner.
Okay.
She had like lightning and stuff, you know. Is that normal?
Uh, yes, definitely. So this is a white dragon, and definitely has their own elements and elemental breath. Um, what do you call this? Elemental breath
Weapons?
power or yeah. So um yeah. So just be firm with your training, and remember to reward good behavior with the treats and praise.
Mm-hmm.
They are highly intelligent creatures, and so they will respond into a combination of verbal commands and gestures. You can start with simple commands like come and stay, you know, using your voice and hand signals, be consistent, and reinforce positive behavior with rewards such as treats or affection.
Okay, got it. Treats, affection, firm behavior. I think I've got this down. Um,
Yes, it's just going to be a matter of creating this bond. I think that is the special key to it.
totally, totally. Fiona takes this information in stride, kind of takes Fifi off to a corner and then just fucking melts into a puddle of ice cream over her goddamn cute eyes, and all of that shit just goes to the wayside.
uh, Ifan is probably gonna get a bone, a big bone, or not like a humongous bone, but it's like it's a big femur or something that he tries to give to Fifi, um, like a chew toy.
Okay, cool.
Uh, so not sure if Fifi's gonna accept it, but he's gonna give it to him, and then he's gonna focus on Bumhug next and Aurelia. So he changes the topic about dragons to dinosaurs, and he says, "Oh, so you are interested with the dinosaurs? Let I will just inform you that you know we treat the dinosaurs here as with in a sacred way because we consider them as the ancient beasts of this land. They are a very fascinating species with rich history and culture that predates even the arrival of humans on this continent. They are they are proud and fiercely independent, and they do not take kindly out to outsiders, meddling. But again, just like any beasts, they also they serve, especially if there is a special bond created between them and the tamer.
Cool. Tight,
As long
tight, tight.
just
So
prove yourself as allies.
how does one go about joining a race, getting a dragon?
Oh
I mean,
well, oh okay, a dragon or a dinosaur?
oh, dinosaur.
All
We have to ask
right.
dragon.
That would be very that would be a very unfair advantage to everyone. He says, well, if you want to sign up, I can sign up for you. I will just submit it to the to the committee, and yes, I believe that you will be using Ifan's dinosaurs. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is a good thing because renting a dinosaur here is a lot, but the returns are also worth it. So if you're going to ride it for, or if you're going to use it for free, then all of the profit will just go to you. But of course, if you are entering, if you are the bettors, you can definitely you can definitely bet, and you can double it. You can double the reward after the round.
So either bet for or against yourself.
Yes, you can bet on any rider, and people there are going to be collectors, just like in the arena. And once you place your bet, there are no refunds, and once the round is over, there will be like tabs on. They will be keeping tabs, and in the end, if you keep on betting on the right rider, and they end up in the finish line, then you can probably earn as much as 200 gold or more. It depends on your bet. People bet here start at 5 gold or 10 gold, but others bet big, like sometimes 50 gold if they really think that, you know, the rider is sometimes the contending champion is consistent in winning each round. And if you are also riding, there will be surprise treats for each route or for each round. So he kind of describes it like there's gonna be like pit stops in every in the race. The it is the whole track. It will be around Port Nyanzaru, and he says like the start will be at the merchants ward, where there's this big space near the Grand Souk is, and then it will end at you will go around. You will be traveling around the city, down to the Red Bazaar, and then back into the Grand Souk again, the finish line. So it is fun. It is very fun, and it will take the whole day, I think, or half the day. I think it's an event that you should experience, especially since it is a big it is a one-time event per year.
Are they happening today or
Oh
tomorrow?
well, it is
Or...
happening tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow afternoon. at around 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Yeah.
Okay. So you would register anyone who wants to ride,
Mm-hmm.
and then how do we get assigned, or like someone else assigns us a dragon or dinosaur?
Oh, we have. I can ask them to bring out if Wakanga's dinosaurs from his stables, and actually you can see around you that there are a bunch of dinosaurs already. So you could take a pick, and yeah. So once you take your pick, you can train with them. I think half a day will do, and hopefully it listens to you, and it gives a toothy grin.
Cool. Well, sign me up. Who else is gonna ride with me? Not with me, but who else is
Yeah, it's a
who
one is
else
to
is
one.
gonna race?
I will. She yells from across the field as Phoebe
No.
tries to eat a snack from her hand and eats almost her whole hand.
Can you roll me an animal handling check, Fiona, just to see? I want to see.
For
I
sh-
just want to see if
for sure. I did have foresight to actually take animal handling, but we'll see how that works out.
nice.
Aha! No! That's my hand!
I
God damn it!
I am gonna tell you this, but you haven't. I'm gonna remind you that you had an inspiration from your previous endeavor.
uh, is this the time to burn it, though? I think I'm just going to let Fifi try to eat my hand.
Okay, so Fifi bites your hand, your tiny
Ah!
hand,
No!
and yeah. So Ifan is just gonna say, well, maybe you should try to focus on your dragon first, but
But
okay.
she's so fucking cute. Look at her.
And she is just her eyes are just twinkling with lightning energy.
Mm.
What about the others? Who else is signing up?
Or just spectate if she can.
Hmm. Aurelia is. Sorry, you cut off. Okay, you can just chat. You can just chat it. Arrogo, are you? Oh, Aurelia will spectate. Okay, Arrogo, what about you? Are you gonna ride one, or are you gonna spectate as well, or do the bettings?
He would definitely be into the betting thing.
All right. Okay. So he just. I'm gonna ask Ginger next time if she wants to join. But for now, it's Bumhug and Fiona
Fiona
who's riding.
picks the biggest, meanest looking dinosaur out of the bunch.
Oh, of course. So I'm going to share. Um, I'm going to share in. ad- I think an adventure. Oh my god! Of course, Discord. Thanks. I'm going to post the dinosaur stats for fairness. Although, hang on. let's see.
Like, I am expecting, I'm not sure how many people have ever watched the movie Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, but I'm expecting the scene where there's that land race where you have to um get on your horse and ride as fast as you can. Like Tom Cruise is left with the most ornery horse you've ever seen in your life, and to get that horse to listen to him, he punches it in the face. Like he just decks the horse across the face. Like this is what I'm expecting to happen with Fiona is some Tom Cruise foolery there.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to post.
Sorry if that dates me.
Okay, so
As a reference.
Ifan is probably gonna say, "Well, if you want the biggest one, he looks at Fiona and like, are you sure? Are you? If you are absolutely sure, then maybe the Allosaurus for you."
I mean, look at me. I'm just made for it, obviously.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's
pretty.
not all one type or one species of dinosaur. You can choose.
Yeah. Let me put it
Hmm.
on adventure notes. I think adventure notes would be fine, right?
Hmm.
Um. eh, Oh, wait.
Allosaurus me up, yo.
For sure. So the the Triceratops is not available because Ifan does. I mean, Wakanga doesn't own a Triceratops. But the next best thing, although the biggest one or the hardest one to operate, is the Allosaurus. Yeah. So I posted in adventure notes the stats, so you can choose from it. So he says, well, okay, so
Animal handling DC 16. Mhm, mhm.
oh my god.
Yep.
Okay, so there is a Hadrosaurus, he has a Dimetrodon, there is an Allosaurus, and a Deinonychus, and an Ankylosaurus. The biggest one is the Ankylosaurus, but I think the the fastest one, yeah, you can either choose the Ankylosaurus or the Allosaurus. But the more challenging one is this is the Ankylosaurus, and this is the Allosaurus.
Just out of curiosity, what do the low dice, low speed dice and the high speed dice mean?
Yeah. So I think, hang on, I need to review my shit. I think the okay. So if you roll like a really high animal handling DC,
Mhm.
I'm gonna give you like the plus. I'm gonna give you the high speed dice.
Okay.
And if you rolled a like a normal, just a 14, if the animal DC is 14, then you can just it's a matter I think it's the highest. I'm bad at explaining now, but this is like whoever rolls the dice the highest gets like the farther distance.
Okay. So like let's
So
say
if
cuz
you
I'm looking at Allosaurus versus the Ankylosaurus because they're
uh-huh.
so if I just meet the DC on an Allosaurus, I'm still going to get a 1d6. And let's say I
I'm
just meet the DC on the Ankylosaurus, I'm getting a 1d4. But if I excel on the Allosaurus, I get the
mhm.
1d4 plus 6. But if I excel on the Ankylosaurus, I get the 1d6 plus 4. So if I'm
Yeah.
shitty,
Hmm.
I can still move faster as an Allosaurus than I can as an Ankylosaurus.
Yeah.
But if I make the DC, I can move. I
And the
still.
Ankylosaurus is easier to control, it looks like.
Yeah,
You only
I'm
need a
like.
13.
I'm
Mhm.
a little
Mhm.
confused as to why anyone would really want to do the Allosaurus aside from your low speed is still consistently faster than everybody else's low speed.
What
But-
is the jockey wisdom? What does that mean?
That is this is like for the. This is just a guide for me for the NPCs. That's gonna.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't apply to us.
Yeah. Don't mind it.
Because I
It's
was
just-
like,
I'm sorry. I'm too lazy to just Photoshop things right now.
Okay.
But these are the stats that I got from the internet, and yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is if if you meet, let's just say that if you meet the animal handling DC, just to make things simple, you roll the high speed dice.
Okay.
I say 16 and above, and then if you didn't meet the animal handling DC, you're just gonna roll the normal.
The low speed
So
dice.
yeah, the low speed dice. So it doesn't really, you don't really get too far behind. You still race, but it's not as fast as the high speed dice. You get, is that easier um to understand?
Sure.
Yeah. Don't mind the con and the dex, but these are like just the stats. If I, say I need you to make a con save for your dinosaur, blah, because Ifan is gonna say that some of the riders or dinosaurs are um, pretty slick, and they will do their best to knock you off the race.
I'm
And
just curious about the
there
people who came
there
up
will
with
be
these.
obstacles. And there will be obstacles in the dinosaur race. So there will be obstacles and rewards during the race. So these cons and decks are gonna play in it as well.
All right, Fiona, what are you choosing?
9. 4 plus 5 is 9. I'm trying to find the upside of the Allosaurus. Aside from one would assume. No, Ankylosaurus is pretty beefy too. It's like a tanky type dinosaur. I'm curious as to who came up with these stats, honestly.
No, don't blame me. Don't shoot
No,
the
Wizards of
I
the
don't.
Coast.
I know that you're using like a thing, and I'm just like,
I'm not making shit up. I'm just gonna
because I
download
feel like
these.
the reward of making a 16 should be more than 1d4 plus 6, which is exactly almost the same stats as 1d6 plus 4. But 1d6 plus 4, you can consistently roll a higher
Yeah.
number
Mhm.
than a 1d4.
Mm.
But
But the low speed dice,
yeah, the low speed
it's
dice.
slower. It is slower than the Allosaurus.
Yeah, but the
for sure.
Allosaurus
If
is
you
easier to control, so making the DC is exponentially higher.
Mhm.
Mm.
You can have everything.
I know. I really want a mean boy, but I'm not sure I see the upside to it.
You don't think punching it in the face is gonna work?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go story all the way. Fuck the whole
Huh?
I'm gonna go story all the way and fuck the whole dice thing. So I'm just going to say, you know what? Give me the meanest, baddest motherfucker you got. I got it. And Bumhug can be strategic about her picking. Don't bet on Fiona, please.
So which one are you taking again? The Allosaurus?
I'm gonna take the Allosaurus.
What the? Okay. Okay. Very brave.
Arrogo makes a note of this.
Yes.
He's gonna think no who he's gonna bet on and who's not gonna bet on.
I feel like
You're gonna bet
Fiona has
against-
the kind of
alright.
personality that
Bumhug.
she would just go for. She would
Larger
just go,
than life.
Yeah.
Okay, so he calls on the Allosaurus, and the trainer takes it out, and it's just gonna run around and start harassing the young Hadrosaur and the Hadrosaur. Yeah. What about you, Bumhug?
Honestly, the Hadrosaurus is not a bad pick. Its slow speed is a 1d6. The DC is 10. I mean, 1d2 plus 6, that's consistently a 7.
I am going to
Yeah,
say this
I'm-
though. Allosaurus is beefy, so it has more health than anyone.
Oh wait, there's eating people. Can we eat other
No, not
riders?
eating people. You can't eat people, but you can attack. You can, yeah, you can attack. I'm gonna explain the mechanics next session, but for now, he's just gonna give hints on dinosaurs attacking dinosaurs. You can't attack a rider, but you can attack other dinosaurs. So I'm just
Ah.
saying that the beefier dino that you choose, the higher the chances of attacking or biting a chunk off the others, and you can get ahead. But it depends on the player. Like if the player is more on speed or if the player is more on aggression.
Mhm.
I
So I
think
guess Fiona
she.
violence.
I think I'm actually gonna go with the. I'm gonna butcher this. Deinonychus.
Deinonychus. A
Because it's got
Deinonychus.
pretty high the highest dex, not bad con, and
Mhm.
the same thing as the Hadrosaur, but it's
Mhm.
better in con and dex.
Okay, so the big half orc
It's gonna be riding the
looks
teeny weeny
around
dino.
and
Oh, which one is it? Which is the I didn't even know. Is it?
Diagonized
it's
dunes.
as big as a young.
Is that the tiny one?
They're
Do you
kind.
know
Yes.
you know the dinosaurs that Chris Pratt is controlling in Jurassic Park? I think it looks like this one. It's like a velociraptor thing.
Oh, well.
But you know what? It's not all about size, right? It's about performance. So maybe maybe this is strategic.
Well,
I
how
think.
big? The Ankylosaurus is like freaking huge, right?
Yeah.
The Ankylosaurus is pretty huge. Yeah. It is slower, but it is bigger. And I'm gonna say that its AC is probably higher than the Deinonychus. It's because it's much beefier.
I mean, it's bigger than a husky. Hold on.
I left you a message.
Oh gosh. Her legs would be dragging on the ground. No, I think she okay. She's gonna go she'll go big.
She's gonna go big.
She may not be super tall, but she's pretty hefty.
It's fine.
No,
Ifan is gonna
she
say
would
these
crush it.
dinosaurs. These dinosaurs can definitely are heavy duty.
No, she'll take she was debating between the Ankylosaurus and the Deinonychus, so she'll go Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus. Wow, Bumhug. Ifan asks the others and the other beast tamer and he opens the gate and a big hoof and puff of the dinosaur comes out. Hoof, 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 hoof. And yeah, you can see the competition between the Allosaurus and the Ankylosaurus happening now outside the pen. Deinonychus goes back. Yeah. I'm gonna let you just roll later on, just some animal handling. You can do it in downtime, your training time with these. And yeah, so he says, well, they are free for you to use, to train with. Anything else?
Mm, I think as we're training, and you know, Fiona's not trying to be intimidated by the giant, massive fuck off dinosaur that Bumhug has chosen. Um,
He's a gentle beast.
Sure. Um, she's gonna kind of sit and try to reprise the story of her downtime adventures that she had with the rest of the group. Um,
Oh, are you gonna tell this? Are you gonna share this also to Ifan?
I mean, I'm assuming Ifan's a busy man. He's gonna be, walking
Outside, yeah. Okay.
around being Owen
Yeah. Okay.
Wilson. I mean, that's not his name.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, no. Owen Grady. That's the name of Chris
Oh,
Pratt's character
okay.
in the dinosaur movies.
Going. I just want to. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's just it's gonna be outside. Okay, fine.
I mean, if he picks up and hears things, that's fine. Fiona's not really keeping it a secret because if she's already informed the necessary parties, but I guess having a
Go
merchant
RP it.
prince overhear her is not a terrible thing, I suppose. Um, but she'll sort of as she's uh feeding let me think of a really good name for this Allosaurus. Um, Jellybean. So she's, talking to Jellybean and feeding him some morsels while, hoping Fifi doesn't get jealous. She's gonna sort of look at the Arrogo, Aurelia, and Bumhug and be like, so, Aurelia, when we were out and we were talking to Viplo, I did ask him if there was maybe something he might need a little bit of help with, just to get a little bit of pocket money on the side, and I figured he'd be amenable to it because we saved his goddamn life from, zombie babies and all that kind of fun stuff. So, he said, sure, I need a package picked up from the docks. And I was like, oh, easy money, easy peasy. So, I went down to the docks, went to this warehouse to go pick up the package. There be two guards sitting outside. I can't remember their names. Fuck off and, lazy bum, let's just call them. Lazy bum was taking a nap. Fuck off was just, he's like, looked at my papers and then kind of shooed me in. And I was like, oh, great. Perfect. Easy. I go in, and as I'm sort of walking about, going through the rows and shelves and stuff, I heard a little bit of weirdness. And I was like, maybe it's just some workers. And I keep going, and then I get this really strange smell. Sort of pineapples and orchids and flowery bits, peony kind of a smell, but slightly on the sickly sweet smell. And I was like, somebody great. They've, smuggled in some random fruits or something and they've maybe gone a little bit off. But as I got a little bit closer, my keen eye, because I'm very keen, guys, sort of spotted some people kind of shambling about. And then not a normal kind of, I'm going about my day, how about you? Sort of weirdness. And as I got a little bit closer, I noticed they were zombie type people. But weird zombie type people with flowers atop their head, and they were just kind of creepy, honestly. Now, I maybe could have took them on, but it was 3-on-1, and I didn't know if there were maybe 4 or 5. I didn't know if there was any waiting in the wings to come and snatch me. So I did this, I think the smart thing, and I kind of stuck me way in. I did me job, grabbed the box, looked at the zombies, and then me and Fifi kind of hightailed it out. But then I did the responsible thing because I was in me head, what would Aurelia and Bumhug do? And they're, I was like,
Excluding Arrogo.
yeah, because I feel like Arrogo is like a stand-up guy, but maybe not the type to go to authority. I was like, what would they do? And so I talked to the guards outside and I was like, hey, there be zombies in that warehouse. I don't know if they were maybe somebody smuggled them in a box or if maybe those were workers inside there who just got zombified from something. It could be either. So if you're, missing some workers, maybe look into it. Also, I think you should find, you know, somebody else to sort of like talk to and maybe go in there and take care of that shit. Of course, the guy outside, fuck off, didn't believe me at all. Thought I was a wagadoo. And Lazy Bum was just still sleeping the whole day away. So I, tried to keep me cool. I tried to keep me cool, but I really couldn't. So I Karen'd it up and I went to go find his superior. And I couldn't quite find his superior, the dockmaster. So I sent him a missive and I was like, hey, you got two fuckwits over here in the warehouse. There be zombies in this warehouse. Do your thing. Have a good day. So I did that. And then I went back to Viplo, got me money and that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to tell you guys because I thought it was a really weird thing to happen. But, anyway. Zombies in a warehouse. Hopefully those guys are okay. I don't have high hopes. But I feel like this whole zombie thing is getting a little out of hand. I mean, there were some in the city. That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Aurelia's gonna nod her head, a grim expression on her face. And she's going to kind of like cross her arms in front of her chest. And she's gonna say, the docks, you said they had flowers or flora on their head. And DM, can Aurelia maybe do like a history or a medicine check to see if she's ever
Yeah.
heard of anything like
Yeah,
that?
you can do history, nature, or medicine for sure.
Okay. And may I use guidance also?
Yeah, definitely. Bumhug also, since you are pretty much into plants, you can roll a history nature. Whoa, yeah. So you can roll also.
History or nature? Okay.
Yeah, history nature or medicine. Yeah. But I think nature or history would do.
Oh.
Ooh, shit.
Between the two of us, we got it.
All right. Nice. You guys are nailing this. Okay, so with a nat 20, Bumhug, you remember that there is a sketch that your brother did and left to you on his journal. You kind of if you remember it's in the downtime RP, but there's a sketch there, the lower right, that says pretty but deadly avoid.
Take it back.
And there's a yellow flower surrounded by red ones at the back. You remember this to be a yellow musk creeper. And Aurelia, with your 20 medicine check, you do know how deadly it is because the effect of it is the scent lures you into this plant, and once it gets a hold of you, it feeds your brain and you become an undead.
So it's The Last of Us, just D&D.
Yes! This is totally not The Last of Us inspired. Hey, I'm a big zombie nerd. I don't like Walking Dead and The Last of Us.
This
Totally
is
original.
nice. Okay. So Aurelia is going to inform Fiona and the group that about like what she knows about it. She's like, I think we need to get this taken care of right away. If this spreads, then the city is ruined, and we can't have these zombies walking about as well as a death curse. We need to try and get this taken care of as well before we head into the jungle.
Agreed.
Well, I mean, yeah, but do you think somebody's gonna pay us for doing this?
You know, Arrogo, you have a
There
good
won't be
point.
anyone to pay us to do it if we don't take care of it. We should tell the other princes about what's going on. Or even Sylvia. What's the name? Sylvia? Sylvain? We need to tell her as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've realized in this moment that Fiona and Arrogo are very similar in a way. She goes, I'm going to think about what Aurelia and Bumhug would do. I'm going to tell the authorities, but I'm not actually going to do anything about it because I want to get paid, which makes her more like Arrogo than I think the other two.
I like it.
Got bills to pay.
She
As
got a,
she did.
she got a
big ass
dragon feed.
And a baby to
dinosaur.
feed. Okay, so oh yeah, so by the way, I'm also gonna remind you did the arena earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever resources that you've used, it's still expended.
Mm.
Mhm.
What is the party gonna do?
I mean, I think we could probably go and take care of it. It's just when I was there, we had, you know, done some stuff earlier in the day. I was a little bit hurt. I was a little bit down in my resources, and I was alone. So, you know, kind of doing anything in that moment felt kind of like the wrong thing to do. But maybe if we sleep on it and to get a bright, early, bushy-tailed, um, it's something we could maybe take care of in the morning for sure. Or, you know, at least talk to the guard or I don't know, the dockmaster. God, the dockmaster's office is just on the other side of the goddamn fucking island. Like he's just so far away. My little legs were tired as it was. So and we had things to do, you know, but that was my thought. Just to sleep on it and then do it in the morning. Unless you guys feel like it's super urgent. I mean, she kind of says
I mean, it is the undead. It is super urgent. I don't know what to do. Okay, so like, okay, if we try to go to the warehouse or whatever and look for like these zombie creatures, do you guys think that we'd be good if we had an encounter? Like, I only used sorry, I only used one spell slot, so I should be fine. But
Fiona's down to one spell slot, but I'm obviously a ranger, but I am a little bit
yeah,
hurt, but we could do a short rest for it. So, for me, I feel like Fiona would be okay if we had a chance to do hit dice, but I don't know how everybody else is faring.
yeah.
Bumhug is doing fine. I mean, she's hit, but she's not low by any means.
Mm-hmm. What about a rope?
I couldn't quite make that out.
How are you
What about
doing?
Arrogo?
Arrogo is fine. He didn't use any resources in the arena fight, so he's brand new.
Okay.
Phoebe
So
is
we
a little
could try
injured.
and go over to get rid of the zombies if you guys want.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Welcome back!
Oh my god, I was trying to say something a while ago and I'm like, hello, 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 hello.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna give you a time check. It's this is at by this time after everything that's happened, it's around 4 p.m.
Okay.
How many did you see in the
I
warehouse?
saw
I said
3.
3.
3?
That's all I saw, but I honestly I had my eyes on the prize. I went straight for the package and then I left. I ski-daddled out as it were. Um
What
so
if we...
yeah. I don't know if there were more or less or even where they came from. I mean, so it could have been just 3. It could have been more. But that's all I saw at the time.
It definitely sounds like the sort of thing that we should report to the authorities and then do nothing about.
I mean, that's exactly what I did. So
You left the note at around um probably 1 p.m.
I mean,
So 4 hours has passed by now.
yeah, I picked out the best runner I saw. I gave him a little bit of pocket money to buy himself a sandwich because he was on his lunch break when I bothered him, and he seemed very grateful. So I feel like that boy probably ran the swiftest he probably could have on his feet to get that note to the dockmaster. But whether the dockmaster believed me is another thing. I mean, it is just a note from some nobody he met one time. Um, so I suppose, it might not be the most pressing thing for him. We could
Mhm.
maybe talk to, I don't know, the city guard or something if you wanted. Um, but again, that does take time and probably, I don't know if fuckwit and lazy boy were going to, do anything. They're probably fucking still sleeping outside that goddamn warehouse.
Well, since we're still here at the Dino farm and we've got one of the merchant princes right here with us,
Oh,
maybe he would be a good person to start with.
that is a very good idea.
Aurelia's just gonna purse her lips at that.
So what is the party? What does the party decide?
I think we'll take care of it, but Fiona
Yeah.
needs a short rest.
Ifan is going to return, probably, and just check in on you guys. Oh wait, you're outside, right? I keep on. I think I forgot to ask. You're outside training the dinosaurs, or are you inside?
I think we're out
Oh, okay.
training.
You're outside. Okay, so Ifan would have probably stayed inside because it's outside. Yeah, that would make sense. But he's roaming. He was roaming probably just checking in and then back inside his office doing his manager thing.
Yeah, and
Managing the
Fiona
tenant.
wasn't being secretive in any way, so if he did overhear any part of the conversation, that's fine. But
Yeah. So Ifana is probably gonna go check in on you. Like, everything okay? How are you? Are you faring well with the dinosaurs? He asks Fiona and Bumhug. Can you roll me both animal handling checks, by the way,
sure.
just to see how if you've created a
Ha!
bond?
See? You guys should totally bet on Fiona. +5 she's got to this roll, and she fucking rolled a 7.
Yeah, Fiona, are so busy on telling people their story that your hand almost got bitten by
Yep.
this dinosaur.
It's fine.
Bumhug, you are, in spite of its size, you easily handle, or I mean, you handle this one pretty well. It's
He
it's
has
not,
hard eyes.
yeah, it's so yeah, so this is the reason why Ifan definitely checks in on you, because he sees Fiona being about to be bitten by the Allosaurus. Like, everything okay? Um, uh, Maybe you should try to focus on it than just chatting.
That sounds like a
He
great idea. I will let the others talk. And Fiona will focus on her dinosaur while Dawn goes to take her dog outside. So I'm going to be like 5 minutes. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay,
He's doing the PB dance, so.
okay. Yeah, so he asks the rest of the party when yeah, it just takes a bit of time to it does not happen overnight, um trying to bond with these beasts. It's just like riding a horse, but harder.
Seems odd then that you would allow people to try and bond overnight with the with these dinosaurs
Oh,
and then
you're not gonna
race
rest.
them. Seems a little irresponsible if you ask me.
But I can imagine Bumhug doing that. Okay, so Arrogo and Aurelia. Yeah, if Anna's there, yeah, ask you, since you're like the ones on the ground, and Morgan's probably just probably doing her thing as well, quietly listening and spectating.
Maybe if those guards at the end of the are they cute?
The guards, they're beefy, but
She might
they
be
look
trying to
pretty.
chat them up.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ifan asks, what about you two? I see that you're not into the dinosaur racing or training. Anything I can get you, or um,
Well,
Aurelia is just going to ask him. She's like, actually, I'm quite interested in purchasing a canoe, and it was something else. What was it? Oh my god, I'm
you already
having a
purchased
brain
the
fart. Did I
you
purchase
already
the canoe already?
yeah, I think you did. On the downtime.
Okay.
Yeah, let me check. Let me double check.
I think so,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
I
well,
did.
you
Okay, that
purchased
was on my list.
one
Awesome.
canoe. Yeah, you
Yeah,
purchased
one
one
canoe can
canoe.
fit all of us, right?
Yeah. It can
Okay.
contain 6 people.
Okay, awesome. Just like I've actually been wanting to find out a little bit more about what to expect in the jungle. Like, should we wear certain clothes? What I'm wearing, is that too much? Is it really hot in there? I know it's already hot here
Oh,
on the island itself, but I can't imagine that in the jungle it'd be probably a little more humid. So, what do you suggest
the
as a look?
jungle the weather in the jungle is definitely fickle sometimes, especially well here in Port Ninzaru, you can easily control it because if it's raining, you can definitely find easily a roof under you, and if it is hot, you can also protect yourself from sunburn. But definitely, the jungles are like off, are all bets are off once you're in the jungle. So if it is best to if you're wearing armor, it is going to be hot, but I am sure that you will need that to protect yourself. So we just make sure that you stock on lotions, so for sunburn. There are plants that can offer healing properties for that. You can use insect repellent is a must because there are a lot of insects in the jungle. Um, yeah, you I it is also best that if you are not into if you have like if you're sensitive to sunlight, then you should find a protection for that, like
Mm-hmm.
a hat or shades, or I mean spectacles or something. But yeah, I mean it is just like any jungle, if you have boots, that is better because you might find yourself. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
walking barefoot is a bad idea.
I've
Um,
heard about what was it like mad was it the mad monkey fever?
Mad
That
monkey feet. Hmm.
yeah, so she's gonna ask him about it. She's like, "Do you know anything about that?"
Oh, yes. So mad monkey fever is it's like this thin blue odorless mist. It can infect humanoids
Mm.
and it can cause like hallucinations, or it can even infect giants. It is that
Mm.
um, it is that strong. So
Potent? Yeah.
I hope you have a high constitution in um
Mm.
in resisting it. But yes, it lasts for hours. Um, it, it is it kind of gives you a long-term madness. I have not experienced this myself, but I was able to resist it. But one of my companions before have experienced it, and he unfortunately did not make it because when we tried to rush back into the city from the jungle. He just drove himself off a cliff. It feels like
I realize
something
eyes
is.
gonna get super wide.
Yeah, it is.
Oh dear.
He suffered extreme paranoia, and we kept on trying to get him sane, but um, it could not be stopped. And one day we just found him running towards the cliff, and we could not save him anymore. So be careful with it. But I think you are a priestess, so maybe a help from the divine can prevent one from um, conflicting this disease.
Is it
Aurelia's just gonna like make like a face and be like, "Well, I mean, I wouldn't really call myself a priestess or anything. I'm just a combat medic. That's all that I do. I don't." Yeah, and she's just gonna like walk away.
Okay. I mean, isn't Aurelia wearing some vest or like a anything that?
No, hers is like a military type uniform.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So okay, my apologies. He apologized as soon as he walked away, and I think Arrogo saying something.
Yeah, Ifan, I was going to mention what Fiona had told us regarding the docks.
The docks. It is where a shipment um all goes. What about it? He hasn't really heard about. He doesn't really mosey, or it's not nosy enough.
Right, right. Fiona tells us that she ran down there on on an errand and encountered um what she believes were undead at the docks.
His eyes grow wide. What? Undead? That is impossible. Uh, that is way far from the jungle. Ha- that is not possible. We. How can one become undead?
Nothing's impossible.
You shouted that while you're riding the dinosaur.
Yeah, she's back to her.
What?
She's
I beg
nothing's
your
impossible.
And roll me another animal handling check. Bumhug.
Okay. Luck had to run out.
Yeah, as soon as you say nothing is impossible, you almost fall down from your. I mean, it's not a nat one, so you don't fall in your ass. But yeah. He says, "Oh, be careful," and then he tells Arrogo, "How certain are you with this? It is. We don't. It is. This is a grave matter. We don't take jokes about the undead very lightly."
Well, Fiona saw it, and she claimed that these things were overgrown with some fruity, planty stuff, and were just kind of milling around. You could ask her yourself if you need more information, but it seemed like something you should definitely be aware of.
The moment you said plants, he immediately thinks of I must tell Jessamine. I think hang on. Let me see if Jessamine is the right merchant prince. Let me check my notes. But he remembers like which merchant prince definitely um is in charge of plants. Let me in charge of. Oh, I think it's a. I think it's is it Jessamine? Jessamine. Oh yeah, I should refer to Jessamine. This is this is a grave matter. But no, if this is happening right now, we should we should contact the authorities. We should contact Godric. He
Yes,
says
we
this out.
definitely should. And that's what Aurelia says from like way back.
Ifan is going to say he's going to ask one of his guards to send he takes out his notes and he rushes inside, takes out a piece of paper and starts writing a note to be sent to Godric. What are you guys gonna do while waiting?
I guess for now, we just wait until Fiona and Bumhug are done training.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because they
So
wouldn't like go somewhere on their own, I don't think.
mm-hmm.
Can we get a short
Is
rest in while we're doing this?
Yeah, you can well a short rest is like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna take a short rest, you may do so. If Morrigan is gonna give you Song of Rest, I think she's a bard now. She's a bard. But I don't have control over her sheet. So if she has a Song of Rest, you can use that as well.
I
And
could.
yeah, you can go check in it. And Ifan is gonna head out and gonna give a letter to one of his guards, like two letters. One is to Jessamine and oh well, two letters. One is for Godric and one is for Jessamine because he did mention it earlier. And the guard or the his messenger starts running because he knows that this is urgent. And he tells the others, "I've sent a message to the city watch. I will also need to head out and meet up with the other merchant princes. Alert and alert them about this matter. You are certain, Fiona, about this.
Oh, yes. Um, saw it with me own two eyes, smelled it with me own nose. Morgan
And
is a bard, but not that much of a bard.
oh, she's not. She doesn't have Song of Rest yet.
No. Also,
Okay. Okay.
I
So
love her background. I don't know where she got it. It was fucking awesome.
yeah, she makes great builds. Um. Okay. So you can take a short rest. Well, the tree anchorage is near um the thundering lizard. You can take a short rest there if
Okay.
you want. Are you guys heading back there, or are you just gonna take here?
Um,
I think Aurelia actually would go with the messenger going towards God. What was his name? Godric. That
Mm-hmm.
was it Damu? Is that his name? Damu?
Yes, Godric Damio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she would actually head over to him.
Okay. And the others?
Fiona will just rest.
Where? Here? You
Mm,
can.
I guess
You can.
where's if we're gonna be mm, where do we all want to meet? I guess the Thundering
Back at
Lizard.
the inn.
Yeah,
That would make more sense.
yeah. We can rest at the inn and then just wait for Aurelia to come back with word on what to do.
Okay. All right. So, what about the others? Who is resting? Who is not? Bumhug, you've used a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So take note of your resources. Arrogo, are you going with Aurelia, or are you staying with the others? Or
Arrogo is still fresh. He didn't take any damage or anything, so he doesn't need a rest. So he would
okay,
probably go with Aurelia.
okay. Um, so you're gonna split the party. Morgan is probably joining. I think was Morgan wasn't hit because she had her temp HP, I think, and
Yeah,
that
she
took.
did.
All right. So, um, did she? Does she need anything from a short rest, being a warlock and all?
I think she cast Hex. I during the arena. I'm not sure. So if she did, she would just probably gain back her spell slot.
Yeah. So she's gonna
Or did
take
she
a
cast?
short.
It was something she cast.
I mean, she's a warlock. She's gonna get it back either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gonna take a short rest with you, Fiona, I guess,
Okay,
to regain that spell slot, right?
sure.
Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So the party is split. Arrogo and Aurelia, you go messenger to the
Damu.
to Godric Damu, and Fiona, Bumhug, and little Fifi and Morgan, you head over to the Thundering Lizard, where you guys plan on reconvening an hour later, I guess, because it's just a short rest. Is that correct?
Sure.
But unfortunately, since the old city is far from the tree anchorage, it would take like an hour to get there. Um, so you'd probably return for like 2 hours later, and that would be like around 7 p.m. Um, okay, so you all part ways. You part ways with the part with Ifan and oh, not Ifan. Ifan already left, and yeah, we are gonna focus. We're gonna head over to the prison or the city, the office. Oh, okay. Grabbing a glass of water real quick. Okay. So let's say that Fiona and Bumhug and Morgan, you all return to the Thundering Lizard. You wary yet content to the warm embrace of the inn. Like you definitely, I mean the Istrits are preparing their for dinner, and the tavern hums with life as if nothing is happening. Um, although, yeah, so it's a typical, it's a typical ambiance of the tavern, and you three prioritize the more pressing matter at hand, which is getting some rest on in your room because everything else can be addressed later, right? And then in the meantime, Rogo and Aurelia, you start walking back to the old city up north, and it's just yeah. So just to show how far it is, so the Tariki anchorage is somewhere here. Can you see the map?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're here, and you need to go here. All right, welcome back. So it's pretty far, and it would take you like a while until you get there. And from the event that has passed, it's 6 hours have passed. And by the
From
time that you, once they reach the old city, the ones that were taking a short rest must have already finished a short rest. But you continue taking a couple of more minutes because they haven't returned yet. Aurelia and Arrogo, you arrived the at the prison or like the precinct where the city watch uh, is stationed, and you see a couple of people locked up in cells. They're guards, but there's not much. What do you do?
I'm just gonna walk into there, standing straight, tall, her head held high, her shoulders squared, and she's going to look around. And if there's like a front desk or something, or a guard that looks like he knows what he's doing, she's going to say is available.
Okay, Arrogo, what are you doing?
I was gonna ask. We followed the messenger here, right?
Yes.
Is he still around, or is he talking to the guards, or?
Yeah. So the messenger is looking all as well. So you three, Aurelia is looking for the tall Leonin captain, while Rogo is also serving the messenger. The messenger is talking to a guard, and he leads you like he is asking in a Cholton language, like where is well you don't probably understand this because it's the native, but you do see the exchange of letters, and the the guard that is stationed there is shaking his head. Aurelia, you see that whoever is here, the only one that is probably taking answers or guarding the fort is this one.
Okay.
There's no sign of
She's going to approach, and she's going to like look down to her as she talks, not like condescending, just like looking at him, since I suppose he's sitting down. And she's going to be like, "You there, soldier? Is Damu available?"
He is actually talking to the messenger, and he looks at you. He says, his face is in a bit of panic. And he says, no, the head guard has left a while ago with most of our troops. They headed for the docks. We've received word from the quartermaster seeking help to solve this. A couple of our guards headed first, but they did not come back. So the head guard, the captain, went there to see for himself. He hasn't returned yet.
He was gonna kind of like suck her to the like, okay. She's gonna look over to Arrogo and she's like, "Well, what do you think? Should we head on down there?"
We should probably round up the others and get down there to see what happens.
She's gonna give him like a baffled look and be like, "I think that would take a little too long, don't you?"
Remember, we're not getting paid for this. We're not on the clock.
It's not about getting paid, Arrogo. It's about doing the right thing for the people and for the world. Imagine if everyone were to turn into brainless zombies. Who would give you a job? How would you make money? How would you go on living with yourself? And she walks off.
Beth, are you there?
Typing about those. I was like,
Oh no!
can I back RP and be like, I would have given a stone to someone?
Yes, you would have given a stone. Yes.
I forgot you had that.
Oh my god, it's so funny because I messaged Beth on her channel and she messaged it on general like at the same
time.
Okay. I would have given you that chance to retcon it. Okay.
Okay. She probably would have given it to Aurelia. So we can chat if need be.
Okay, so in 25 words or less, Aurelia's going to take out her stone phone. And she's going to say, "Someone keep number for me as I speak. Bumhug.
Yeah.
Aurelia." Damu is on the way to the docks. That's 11. We need your help. I think they are fighting the undead. Headed there now.
Perfect.
You hear Bumhug like a glow on the stone, like a notification and a voicemail. No, I'm kidding. You hear a notification, you see your stone glowing, and yeah. I don't know if you're gonna put a ringtone on it, but if you like it, could have put a ringtone on it. So how do you respond to this? If you like it, you should have put a ringtone on it.
Do I get 25 words also, or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. She's just going to say, okay.
I love that. Do I get 25 words? Yes. Okay.
Oh my god, this
If
is
this was
classic.
a text message, Aurelia would have been upset.
Just thumbs up.
Like an all caps. Yeah. Okay.
And she'll turn to Fiona and Morgan and say what Aurelia said, and I guess head out.
Then Aurelia's gonna look over her shoulder to Arrogo, and she's like, "Well, come on."
Well, you could have said you had that stone. That would have really made things a lot simpler.
Do you know what, Arrogo? It just by happenstance appeared here in my very handy dandy bag of universal forever space. You know, I think that there's a lot of shite in here sometimes. So, if you just stop and let's go to help. Come on.
All right, Arrogo will go with her to the
Fiona's
dock.
rubbing off on Aurelia.
Oh my god, this party is gonna be a party of Karens at the end of this campaign. Oh my god. Okay, Arrogo. You may continue. Sorry.
Yeah, he'll go with her to the docks, I guess.
Okay. So the time now is at probably around 7:30, and the others are on their way as well. And are you going to how is Fiona gonna go there? I think are you gonna climb at Bumhug's back?
Probably. I feel like Fiona would try to keep up for a little while, and then she'd be like, "Oh, fuck this." She'd be like, upsies, upsies.
Like a monkey puts her baby on her back, she just grabs Fiona.
Okay, Morgan is. I'm gonna let Ginger join this as well. So Morgan also follows you as well as little Fifi, Arrogo, and Aurelia. You are first to arrive, and as you are on your way. People are starting as you get closer to the docks. People are starting to panic on the road. Like there is chaos starting to brew, and one of the commoners just frantically um grapple Arrogo and is like, "Can you help? Can you help? I fear that the city watch may be overrun by this grave threat. They're inside. They're inside." And they point towards the large warehouse.
We'll do our best here.
Any city
Yeah.
guard did they go in with? Like, how fucked would we have been if we'd just gone to do this ourselves?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, so
fine.
so this is Team A. The one in Team A is Arrogo and Aurelia. Totally not a coincidence. And
Mhm.
Team B is the ones
Bumhug.
that yeah yeah
Bumhug in her backpack. And her baby dragon.
Yeah, and so Bumhug and Co. So you all probably you guys reconvene eventually at the warehouse district, and you all see in your own eyes a scene of horror unfolding because yeah, so the ones Fiona, you were just here like hours ago, like half the day ago, and yeah, the once bustling and lively streets are now transformed into a nightmarish sight. bodies, both of innocent civilians and some of the city watch guards, lie scattered outside the the warehouse in a gruesome display. The air is thick with the smell of decay and the sounds of intense fighting.
Hmm?
Can you guys give me a perception check?
For sure. Oh, +7. Roll a 1. 8.
Oh my god.
I
Fiona
also
Fiona,
rolled a
you're
one.
is on fire today, guys.
rolling out the bad shit. Rita can roll guidance for me as well.
You wait until
Perception.
dino
Okay.
racing actually happens. I'm just gonna roll all the 20s, and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
don't bet on me, guys! And then it's just all gonna come together.
Yeah. Aurelia, you definitely hear some agonizing moans reverberate from the the warehouse. Fiona, you are familiar with it because you're quite familiar with it because you've just been here.
Is fuck off and lazy ass still outside or no?
No,
Or am I there yet?
no.
I guess.
I'm gonna bring you. Can you see the map?
Oh, there's dead people outside.
Yeah.
I am such a bad ranger and a bad DM, guys. I don't know if short rests help your summoned creatures. They don't ever talk about it.
What?
Because Fifi's damaged from the fight before, but I don't know if short rest actually helps them.
Vicky was healed. Oh yeah, that's true. Um,
Because they don't
yeah. So sorry.
technically...
Can you adjust? You can adjust your HP, by the way. I just placed the. I'm gonna say
She has hit die. It's just weirdly written. So she could,
yeah. I'm not.
I assume, roll a hit die of 1d10.
Yeah, just roll a hit dice for short rest.
Can you guys tell why I hated animals in our other servers?
Now you get a taste of your own medicine.
I do. I'm playing my worst enemy.
All right, so yeah, you hear the moans from within Aurelia, and you are you going to what are you guys gonna do? I mean, is this the position you can position yourselves in this area? Not yet in the door, because once we are at the door, that is gonna be final. You can RP. You can also. I'm also. Yeah, you can RP for a bit.
I think Arrogo will find a wagon to lean up against. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I think...
How, like, not at the door, but we can be, like, over here.
Ah! Fifi
Up
jumped on
here.
you. I think this is relatively how...
These people on the ground, are they like dead or
Roll me a
murdered?
medicine check.
What?
Do
Ooh,
we
okay.
need to headshot?
Double tap? Is that what...
Double tap.
Roll tap.
Oh,
You roll me a guidance. You can roll me a guidance.
no. Okay.
Okay, a 14. A 14 would find your pulse. They are still alive, but they definitely need healing because infection is starting to. They've been bitten. Like you've seen like a
Oh.
chunk of it is bitten, but you are not yet certain if they are gonna be zombies or they are um if they're just losing blood, but they are bitten and they are starting to lose blood.
So Aurelia is just gonna take 6 seconds out of her time to
Mhm.
bear down this one right here below her, and then she'll walk over here, and her eyes get wide when she sees what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
over there.
So
And
as
she's gonna
you
shuffle on over real quick.
the moment that you you pass by the door, the open door, you see a guard trying to fight for his life. That's where the loud clangs of the sword is coming from this direction, and the moans as well. And you can definitely see the guard fighting an undead right by the door. I am going to
Aurelia
give
is
you
going
guys now.
to
Oh yeah. Okay.
sorry, Aurelia would like after like since she was here and she saw the guard and the zombie dude bro, she's gonna like go right here over to Bumhug, Arrogo, and Fiona, and she's going to make like hand signals to be like, okay, there's one zombie guy fighting one guard, just so that they know. And then spread it out.
Okay. So I am going to give you guys the option if you wish to proceed now, or if you want to cut this session and wait for Ginger to join us next.
What do you guys think?
Hmm?
I'm
I
I'm
don't see the
gonna
harm
need.
in.
I'm okay with starting. I don't know if we'll finish the whole thing tonight, but I guess it just depends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's up to you. I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Fiona's just
I
glad she
mean,
didn't try
the
to do
more
this
the
on her own.
merrier, right?
Hmm? I'm sorry. You guys spoke at the same time. Aurelia, what were you saying?
I was gonna say the more the merrier, right?
Mm-hmm. So I am going to do a poll on general. Um, Sheldon's. Do you wish to proceed now? Um, and
Do we have a session next week, or were you off next week?
oh shit, that's right. We won't have a session next week. I'll be out. I forgot to tell you that. I will be
Oh, okay.
I will be out, and we will resume on June 4. I forgot. I'll be out of town. Yeah, so we can start now and continue on June 4, or we can end now and start fresh next week.
I mean,
I
don't
took I
mind
did a
waiting.
poll now. You can just emoji. I want to get everyone's opinion. Majority wins. Okay, I think okay.
Okay. I
All
guess
right.
we'll do it next session.
So all right. So I think we are gonna we are gonna end the session now. So you guys can prepare and you can prepare now. Whatever ritual you need, like mage armor, whatever. Um, but I would, yeah, I would. I'm glad that you decided to wait for Morrigan, and I hope you
That's not
still had
odd
fun
at
with the
all.
session. It's not. It's not. It's not that action-packed, but
Can you
yay.
imagine
It
if
was
Fiona
good.
tried to do this on her own? She's like, there's city guards laying dead outside.
I was gonna say, Damon, that was a really good call that you had Fiona be like, okay, fuck this shit, I'm out. Let me just do my job. That was smart. My dumb ass would have been like, I've got this.
I was not that confident. I was like, I only have one spell slot. I got a tiny dragon who may or may not do this. I was just like, I don't think I could do this on my own.
I mean, I am also gonna tell you guys that you are free again. Once again, you are free to check for any jobs if you want to earn or if you want to, you know, you can be creative. You just have to ask any NPC available, and it will lead you
Well, okay,
to
I remembered my
unexpected places.
question.
Uh-huh.
I remember my question I had earlier. It was okay, so what was his name? Like Ephraim? I can't remember his name.
Ifan?
One of the merchant princes were Ifan, yes. And I was talking to him about the clothes and stuff, and I actually wanted Aurelia to go buy I guess local clothes for the climate. Like
A what?
climate friendly clothes. Climate friendly
Oh,
clothes.
climate friendly clothes. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
so is there like a flea market or a bazaar or something?
Yeah, everything. The Grand Souk is not just limited to Viplo shop. Like there is a whole lot of bazaars where you can find
Mhm.
anything you need, and you just need to inquire, and I will give you. It is
Okay.
there is definitely a shop for that. There's a shop for you can actually buy weapons, magic weapons, but it is expensive. I'm also gonna say that there's a if you ask if you ask the right person or if you find or if you investigate further, you may stumble upon a black market. Throwing you a
Hey,
bone.
that's Arrogo right here.
I know, right?
But again, if you have the right gold, then it might lead you to places. So yeah, money is everything here. So yeah, I just if you need anything, like if we can still do some more downtime, especially with from the time where you trained in the beast pen up to the short rest or up to until you arrived here at at the docks. So just put it in the side channel or the side quest channel for quest, and we can do it. Anything else that would lead after this will be done after the session or after the fight.
Okay.
All right. So
No.
yeah, I hope you enjoy the session, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Really wanted to get this done, so we can set it up for for this moment.
I'm glad this little side quest kind of led to a fun thing for everybody to do. Yay!
This is really like an open world, or I'm definitely not inspired by Final Fantasy because I love side quests, and this is like the perfect campaign to do it. It's a meat grinder. Yeah.
I swear by the time we get to the jungle, we might be level 5, level 6.
Uh-huh.
We're fucking shit
That is
up.
true. That is true. I mean, I am very much excited for you guys to get into the jungle because that's where the real thing happens. Like this is a good way to level up definitely and to learn more about the lore about the politics and the secrets of the city. But yeah, it's just definitely a meat grinder campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, we are going to end the session, and I hope you have a good rest of the Sunday, and I hope that Morgan or Ginger is able.
Yay!
And yeah, happy
Awesome.
Sunday, and
And thank you so
bye.
much.
You.
Have a good night.
Thank
Bye.
you
See you guys
for
later.
joining me. All right,
Bye.
Bye.
bye.